little bit upset. It's the final day. I didn't go out for the first session this morning just because the track, I don't know if I ever mentioned, but someone's painted the curbs with a bit of Dulux gloss off the skating boards, and they're extremely slippery and they hold a lot of moisture. So I didn't bother going out on that session. I've got a new rear tyre in, Bridgestone, and I've talking to Luke Wallington and Jack Bednarek. It appears that my rear shock length is too short. On the Pirelli it was 3mm too short. I'm probably a little bit too short now, but I've just went up another 2mm, so that takes me to 321.5, but I'm on a tyre that's 5mm smaller in diameter. We'll just have to see how it goes. Very close to going sub 2 minutes yesterday. It will be very nice to finish with a sub 2 minute today. Hopefully I found something in rear shock length, and it explains why I just don't feel like the bike turns like amazingly well. But we'll find out. So I've got 5 sessions today. Just need to enjoy it and make the most of it, because it probably doesn't look like Cadwell Park this Saturday. Yeah, so fingers crossed for a good day. I'll keep you updated. The onboards are going to be off the GoPro session from now on, because this camera I'm filming on is just not working great. It keeps having a paddy, so not pleased about that. Might have to return it. Anyway, I'll see you in the next bit. Well, I've had my first session of the day. It went alright, but I started to get pins and needles in my hands and in my nose, strangely enough, which I've never kind of encountered before. I've never really had that problem. So I pulled in. Also what I found is raising the rear ride height by another 2mm. The bike was definitely turning better, but it wheelied a lot. So yeah, I pulled in after 4 laps. I did a 2 minute. People's always trying to get on this vlog. Yeah, so I did 2 minutes, 0.5. Feel like there's a fair bit of time in there if I can just tame the wheelies down and not have pins and needles in my hands. So we'll see how it goes in this next session. my fastest lap from Andalucia. It doesn't start in the normal sort of start-finish area. It starts after the first couple of corners, just the way I have my lap timer set up. I think that my fastest lap is going to be ruined because I catch some bikes at every inopportune moment. I ended up behind him again in that session. I knew I was pretty confident, but I kept catching him, and after speaking to him after the session, turns out his back tyre was so I kept trying to use him as a reference, but then, you know, catching him by the end of the lap. But then at one point I left a big gap, let another rider come past, and then I, you know, just about did it. So I think I overtook 2 or 3 bikes on the lap where I did my fastest lap. But 59.7 there. So the bike feels much better with the higher rear end. I'm not sure whether I mentioned or not, it was wheeling a lot more, so I put in the fast, like, reaction anti-wheelie rather than the standard one. That seemed to tame it down a little bit. I'm still getting wheelie, it's still working the back brake, but it seemed like a good compromise. I would be interested to get the shock out of the bike and measure what length it actually is. I think it's 321.5 now, but with a much smaller tyre, so it's probably in the right ballpark. But it really has transformed the handling of the bike. It actually turns now. Amazing how something so simple can make such a difference. That 59.7, I think I can go quicker than that if I can get the space on track. It's quite windy today as well. Well, I'm buzzing, yeah. I mean, my aim coming here was to do a 58, so, you know, I'm not near that. Apparently the curbs have made it slower because I'm not using them at all, you'll see from the onboard. But nonetheless, once it became obvious that getting under 2 minutes, at least, you know, this weekend or these 4 days that will be here has been difficult, and not that many people have, or there's a lot of people who just didn't quite manage to do it. But I managed to do it, and I might go quicker this afternoon as well. Hopefully the wind dies down and there's definitely more time in there, even with the Bridgestone tyres on and whatnot, so, or Bridgestone rear. Happy Tommy! Well, we're just about to go out. We're all in the same group now, which is the pink group, or Advanced 2. Just kind of having a mess about. We've all got cameras on, so hopefully I'll be able to edit this into like a little bit of a montage. It was all, I don't know, done together. Not a montage, but a little edit of like different camera angles and that, so decent. Not really pushing for time now, just trying to enjoy these last 2 sessions. Put the camera down. so much fun. I think I'll put it out as a separate video. Rav had his helmet cam on and we were all just pissing about. Aaron was, well, we thought he was pissing about because he was getting his elbow down, but we also did his PB as well, so 2 minute 2 point something. But yeah, that was, I enjoyed that more than trying to just go flat out, just to watch him getting his elbow down there as riding a bit like idiots. But that was absolutely mint, so that'll probably be a separate video. Yeah, just one session left, so a little bit bittersweet, but make the most of it, go out there and have some fun in the sunshine. It's been an absolutely awesome trip. Last session. Let's make it a fun one.
Put your bike stand out there.
Right there. See you in a bit.
Just a bit of customisation for you, Tommy.
Well, playtime's over. Did a small bit of gunning, tiny elbow down on there somewhere. Any closing remarks? Both elbows down on this lad. How to say, Dan? Closing remarks?
Great trip, good trip.
Rav, any words?
No words, mate.
For YouTube? Aaron, any words?
Brilliant trip.
Been fantastic, so not a single crash between us. I mean, there's still time to write the hire car off. But the bikes are safe and sound, which is the main thing. Probably catch up with you in the hotel. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is where everything went south. So this clip has got no sound because my phone was connected to the sat-nav in the hire car. However, moments before this clip, we've been laughing about the M10 bolts in the tyre. If you can cast your mind back to previous episodes, yeah, it was now no longer in the tyre. And this is where, at approximately 7:30 local time in southeastern Spain, on our way to the airport, we're up Shit's Creek without a paddle. No, we did not have a spare wheel. There it is. Oh, well, it's only flat on the bottom.
You piece of shit.
State of that. That is significantly flat. I've had a text to say that the taxi that's going to pick us up will be 40 minutes. So that's going to be about 10 to 9. We're an hour and a half away from the airport. Our flight 11.
Yeah.
We should, well, we've got like an hour to play with at the airport, so fingers crossed we actually make it. We knew this was going to happen, that the tyre was going to... Should have heard the noise it made. Surprised there's not a bullet hole in the boot. Oh well, entertaining vlog. Bearing in mind, we don't speak any Spanish, and these genuine Spanish people you know, not touristy or anything like that, don't speak any English, the transaction was a little bit difficult. Made slightly worse by the angry Spaniard in the white car trying to get round the back of our hire car as it was being loaded onto the truck and nearly crashing into each other. Unfortunately, there's no sound on the video because my phone had connected to the car whilst it was being driven. Look how thin the tyre's gone, man. It's turned up. Is it our taxi? Car's there, taxi's there. We might actually get to the airport on time. Well, as you can probably tell, we're on a plane. Me and Rav are sat row 12 together, even though we didn't pay to be together, which is good. Yeah, back there somewhere. Don't know where they're at, but we made it. The Tommy Fielding Supporters Club for 2025 is now open and taking new members. That'll run until the 31st of March 2025. To join the club, it's £56, and in return for that, what you get is your name on my bike, probably the seat unit this year, as well as a limited Tommy Fielding racing hat and a few other little perks. If that's something you'd like to get involved in, then use the QR code on the screen, or if you visit the description video, you can find more information there. Thank you.